The holiday of art and creative cooperation of Lithuania and Ukraine in the Tadzio gallery in Kyiv. Užupis district is the center of Vilnius, declared itself an independent republic in 1997. Will the Andriyivskiy Descent in Kyiv follow the example? Why does the artist Mykola Yakovyna exhibit his works so rarely? There are people who pursue art, who are close to it, and Bohemians are people whose life is also connected with art, but they are important as a part of this large-scale art life. Currently, the very complicated processes of interaction of cultures and the dialogue of cultures are transpiring. And that's why some distortions appear. I have dedicated my works to this over the past several years. Courage is needed. Courage. You shouldn't be scared. You should just do it. I believe that this project and the fact that we are here today are the reflection of those ties which have bound our countries and people. Not only artworks are exhibited in the modern galleries of Kyiv, the traditions of intellectual get-togethers are revived here as well. Thanks to them, creative ideas are born, new talented artists are discovered, and as a result, extraordinary projects appear on the art scene. Bogdan Stupka said that he had grown up as a person only thanks to communicating with artists and poets. When they left the Zankovetska theater, all these people always gathered at local cafes in Lviv. The same is in Kyiv. Where else but for an exhibition can you come across a person who would understand you? I like this space. Only here can a lot of great contacts between people from different spheres be made. According to the experienced gallery owner, Alona Yahodovska, a creative person is inspired by a society that deals with art. You see, besides the deep inner experience of the analysis itself in the context of the creative process, artists also have a need for socialization, which provides them an opportunity to successfully function and realize themselves. You can socialize only with people who understand what they are talking about. When we are in Jordan, at the invitation of the king, it was the first exhibition of Ukrainian artists there. Princesses, as well as art critics, came and kissed others. This created another kind of communication, and the tension is relieved because art is the best form of diplomacy. In many cities and towns of Ukraine, more and more cultural centers, creative studios, art workshops, galleries, and just cafes are opened. Artists, poets, and musicians meet there. Andriyivskiy Descent in Kyiv, with its special atmosphere, theaters, museums, and exhibitions, is similar to many European art centers. However, the creative republic of Užupis in Lithuania is perhaps the closest to the hearts of Kyiv artists. In the Tadzio gallery, the anniversary of the Republic of Užupis has been traditionally celebrated. Moreover, a solo exhibition of paintings by the Ukrainian artist Mykola Yakovyna was opened. We're in the most mystical place of Kyiv. The palace of Prince Volodymyr the Great was located here. Something strange always happens at the place where the palace was founded. And I wouldn't come up with an even stranger and more successful combination than the anniversary of Užupis and the opening of the exhibit of paintings by Mykola Yakovyna. Probably the stars came together to make this happen. It's a great fun holiday, and Yakovyna is a great artist with a clear civic position. I really love Kyiv for these ties. And a lot of friends come to us. Every person who arrives in Kyiv or the embassy which is opening can come. That is, the space of the gallery is a territory of different countries, and they all cross. Today we have Užupis here. Yes, it's their flag. They have the same flag as we do, yellow and blue.
Це є така маленька територія за рікою, яка є в кожній людині. І це територія творчості.
Užupis, which means area across the river, is not just a Bohemian art district. It's also an independent republic which is located in the heart of Vilnius. In the late 1990s, people of the art proclaimed the establishment of the Republic of Užupis, and on April the 1st, they half-jokingly celebrate Independence Day of this republic. Of course, I think that April 1st is a great day to talk about the Republic of Užupis, which has always been associated as a humorous project. It's very popular among the residents of Vilnius, and this district attracts a lot of people. One of the oldest districts of Vilnius has turned into a modern, fashionable place with interesting cafes, art galleries, and sculptors' workshops. Thanks to the ideas which were implemented by creative people, Užupis is included in the list of the main attractions of Vilnius. I am sure that it was the idea of the representatives of art and culture who said, we need to have a special place where culture, creativity and search would be concentrated. And Užupis has become such a place. It was established 20 years ago. People started actively moving there and the district began to develop fast. And now it's really a space of art and creativity. I believe it's a landmark of the city. Although the community of this district lives under the laws of Vilnius, however, it has a president, a flag, an anthem, as well as the ambassadors in 300 cities of the world and even an army of all of 12 people. An angel is the symbol of Užupis. The republic has its own constitution. Its full text in different languages, including Ukrainian, is written in one of the streets. On the door of this gallery, the constitution of Užupis is written. There are 41 provisions which I, as well as my friends, completely agree with. The last provision is "Don't give up." I like it. Užupis has become a favorite place for avant-garde artists, poets and musicians. According to tourists, it's a Vilnius Montmartre. But Lithuanians who come to Kyiv often compare Užupis with Andriyivskiy Descent in Podil. I think that Kyiv has very good prospects to create such a district. It may be either Andriyivskiy Descent or other parts of the old city, so I believe the prospects for this are very good. We are a bit higher, but Andriyivskiy Descent, like Užupis, goes down like a river. All the more, their constitution says that every person has the right to live in the area of this river. There are a lot of historical monuments which connect us throughout Ukraine and in Kyiv in particular, such as the Golden Gates and the Lithuanian Zamkova Hora. Ukraine is a very creative country, a very cultured country, and Užupis is a symbol of freedom, a symbol of culture, a symbol of research for one's inner self.
We're
happy that a few years ago we opened an office of the Republic of Užupis in Kyiv, which is located right in this gallery. And every year we celebrate the anniversary or the Independence Day of the Republic of Užupis here on April 1st. This day also marks the opening of a new display. It's exactly the atmosphere which prevails in the Republic of Užupis in Vilnius. On the one hand, we're very different, as you can't deny your mentality, but art unites us, and we realize that we like the same things. Why do artists exhibit their paintings? Olena Yahodovska believes in order to look at the results of their work with detachment and then to start again from the very beginning. And every artist needs a gallery space necessary for breathing, as the art critic Olena Yahodovska says. No matter what somebody might say about a display area, not anyone can get into the museum. Our museums are like heavyweight. That is, they have their own grandiose plans and their own types of programs. There is a personal opening day when all the space is arranged in accordance with the concept and outlook of the author, and their creative thoughts materialize on canvases. Modern art lovers were provided with a unique opportunity. They saw new works by the artist Mykola Yakovyna in the framework of celebrations of the 20th anniversary of the Republic of Užupis in the Tadzio gallery. I am very happy that Mykola has prepared this exhibition. It's only a part of what he has done. You can't show everything, because the whole is not that big. But there are the styles, the areas in which he has been working for a long time, and he finally presented his paintings to the public.
Я цим живу і інакше не можу, і тому це для мене просто нормальний стан.
It's something I can't live without. It's normal for me. It's so natural, like it's a part of me. And I'd like to share my experiences. It's typical for every artist to experiment with shape, but the most important thing is to be true to yourself and to your feelings and your emotions, which, in the end, give birth to an image.
Емоції, котрі, врешті-решт, дають образ.
Mykola Yakovyna is known as a politician and public figure. He is actively involved in preserving the cultural heritage of Ukraine, but every artist's aesthetic credo is embodied in his or her works.
Ця тема, яка постійно мене супроводжує якось.
Yes, this topic is always with me and no one can take it away from me. Many of these motifs are manifested in my monumental works, in particular in stained glass windows in Kolomia. And here are just easel paintings.
Станкові речі.
According to the appraisals of art critics, having mastered the stained glass technique, Mykola Yakovyna is particularly interesting for his painting works. It seems to me that all good artists always have a connection with the classic, and that exhibition is also a conversation with the classics.
Я люблю цитати.
I like quotes. I like referring to the works by artists of the past. It's some kind of dedication.
Це певна присвята.
Because it's no accident that Taras Shevchenko is depicted as a piper. It means he managed to change the perspective.
А це теж
It's what I was talking about, the fight against the existing stereotypes. If he is a Kobzar, then some other nation may be a mouthpiece of its ideas or the singer of its freedom with another musical instrument. I think it has become a bit grotesque. At last, you can play with certain things which are called the flaws in translation in other forms of art and in other genres.
вадами перекладу.
At first glance, it seems that Mykola Yakovyna presented an unusual combination of characters from Rembrandt to Mahatma Gandhi, but he also put his civic position in their artistic interpretation. After all, it's not by accident that Mykola Yakovyna depicted Karl Marx as a cannibal.
За минуле століття дуже багато актів канібальства.
Over the past century, a lot of acts of cannibalism has been committed by the so-called followers of his ideas. The other character is very popular. He is the father of the nation. Modern India would probably not have appeared with such a popular and topical motto for the modern world: do not resist the evildoer. But we have seen that the good should also have good fists, and it is in this conflict my character appeared.
Переконалися, що добро теж повинно бути з кулаками. І ось на такому зіткненні виник і цей персонаж у мене.
According to Olena Yahodovska, the canvases on display have very profound meanings. The painter Mykola Yakovyna has a lot of questions and answers. His inner world can be seen in the dialogues with Rembrandt, Gandhi, and Taras Shevchenko. Yakovyna is a unique painter. Such artists are rare to be found. This display in the gallery is only his second solo exhibition over the past 5 years. Because he also works as an architect, he makes beautiful stained glass windows, he builds churches.
Микола працював свого часу для вітража, для Коломийського музею народного мистецтва Гуцульщини.
Mykola made a lot of stained glass windows for the Kolomia Museum of Hutzul folk art. He created works based on different legends, myths, and beliefs of the Hutsuls, and the works appeared to have a deep philosophical meaning.
Гуцулів. А це вилилося в результаті в такі роботи складні за філософським таким змістом.
Виставляюся рідко, бо для мене це супроводження.
I rarely exhibit my works because, for me, it was accompanied by a conflict of interest. When I held administrative positions, I believed that there had to be a kind of taboo in presentation of my works. And that was the reason for my protracted silence. I headed the Ministry of Culture and governed the region. That's why my works didn't leave the workshop.
Тільки в стінах майстерні.
It's a feeling of a statesman in the field of culture and another state called Užupis, which we all love and support. Somehow we have developed long-standing cultural ties with Lithuanians. They organize plein airs and invite our artists. This cooperation is something quite amazing for me.
Я лично думаю, что
Personally, I believe that Ukraine should show its art mostly abroad. You need to export modern art of the highest level, which is absolutely fantastic in Ukraine.
у вас самого высокого уровня просто фантастические.